Today I'm going to talk about the linebackers, the difference they can make in this defense. I just want to make a quick statement about Joe Judge. And I don't think he gets enough credit for giving the players the opportunity just to show their versatility that we've seen. I can't honestly remember a time where so many players are coming in and changing positions. We've seen guys like Cam Brown come in as middle linebacker, now they're going out to edge. Julian Love came in as a corner, now he's a safety. Carter Coughlin, Ifedi, making a switch from interior D-line to stand-up outside linebacker. And I think the players' moving position shows that the coaching staff has had a clear plan and a vision with a lot of these guys coming in. And I can get behind that. I mean, look at all the rookies who came in last year and made an impact. It was crazy, and then that's coaching. So, I want to talk a little bit about these linebackers. And it might have only been a preseason game, but there was two linebackers who really popped off the screen to me. And the most impressive was Carter Coughlin. Not an edge rusher, but a middle linebacker. So he really showed his versatility. And if you didn't know this was his first season at middle linebacker, you'd think he's been playing this his whole life. Seriously. And on a real note, it had to be intimidating as hell to make the move to middle linebacker, after years and years and years of edge rusher. So, man, he looked explosive and aggressive. I do think it helped having that backup defensive tackle, David Moa, out there. That dude is a fucking animal. Like, he was beasting. I honestly can see why RJ McIntosh was released. I think Carter Coughlin is gonna, beat Reggie Ragland out. And hey, Coughlin and Tay Crowder, pushing each other, that's good. That's good for this defense. That's good for the team. So I was really interested because I've seen the performance these guys put on. So I dug around. I found the PFF grades for the Jets preseason game, and they're interesting. Carter Coughlin had a grade of 91.8, which is ridiculous. And the only players that were close to Coughlin was TJ Brunson, who tore his ACL, unfortunately, but he graded at a 90.4. And the guy I was just talking about, the defensive tackle, David Moa, had a grade of 92, which was the best in the team. Now, you can say it was all backups out there, but when you're grading out in the 90s, I don't give a damn. You balled. It don't matter who you're playing against. And then you factor in that Carter Coughlin's only been playing that position for 3 weeks? Yeah, I'm going to get excited about that. So, we all know how shitty it's been without quality middle linebackers. Probably the last 10, 12 years. When Antonio Pierce retired, we had nothing. We brought John Beason in for a trade, and he stayed healthy for about 8 games and played good, but that was it. That dude could just never stay on the field. So we finally got a banger, Blake Martinez. So if either Tay Crowder or Carter Coughlin can pop and become an above-average middle linebacker, I'd predict right now this defense will pretty much be impossible to run on. It's hard enough to run on just defensive tackles alone. So if you've been listening to my channel for any length of time, you know that I respect Tay Crowder's game. And I think he's a talented kid. But I haven't seen bursts from Tay like I saw from Carter in the Jets preseason game. He looks different. The athleticism is on a different level. So I think they're both going to be good. You know what, though? I just thought about this. Coughlin and Crowder were both 7th round picks, I'm pretty sure. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, because Crowder, yeah. You know what? I don't hate it. But another player I want to talk about was Azeez Ojulari, who I wish had a few more snaps, in the preseason game, just get a little bit more look at him. But that matchup with Mekhi Becton was great experience. I was surprised at how well he played. He showed how slippery he really is. And the only worry I had, for him was him setting the edge against the run. And, we all knew he can rush the quarterback at a high level. And he's good at blowing up run plays, with pulling guards. But consistently setting the edge, for me, was a question. We got to see. Now, PFF thinks Ojulari is going to be the best pass rusher, out of all rookies this year. I was skeptical of that, but seeing the power Ojulari put on tape in a preseason game, I'm feeling a little better already. I still think Jalen Phillips is the best pass rusher in this year's class, but I'm a believer in Patrick Graham's system. And Graham pulled 40 sacks basically out of his ass last year. 12th most in the NFL. And he did that with pretty much nothing at edge, especially in the air. Anyways, I think the difference between a good defense to a great defense is going to boil down to our linebackers. The secondary is in place. We all know that. The interior defensive line is in place. It's time for the linebackers to step up and do their part. Now, I know most Giants fans will laugh at the thought of some of these lesser-known linebackers, but understand when you look back, when you have a playoff season and you look back, there's going to be a play here, play there, that makes or breaks your year. It's going to be specific situations, and the quality of a player in that situation makes a difference 9 out of 10 times. So Lorenzo Carter, Azeez Ojulari, rushing the quarterback, and Tay Crowder, Carter Coughlin, stopping the run. These guys popping up this year is a difference from a good defense to a great defense. We'll see how it plays out. Thanks for tuning in. That's it for me. Everyone who enjoyed the video, like it up. If you're new, subscribe. Up almost at 400. Be a legend. Be the 400th. Anyways, that's it for me.